Hi guys, this is Kevin from Indigo, and over in New York on this call it's Tom. We're live recording a Skype conversation just to give you guys an idea of how we got on the News Talk Startup Executive Program. So what happened was Tom spent 3 months in New York, and we got some great help from the guys in the Startup Commissioner's office from ERA in New York, just to really make the biggest impact that we can there. Indigo makes it possible to book airport-to-city connections, and we do that all over the world, including New York, which is probably the world's biggest taxi market, and it's a really important market for us. I wanted to wrap up with a little kind of interview style of what we've been doing for the last few months. You've been based in New York since June as part of the ERA effort with the News Talk Startup Executive Program. I mean, what are the biggest things we've learned? What have we taken out of this process, and what could we have not left behind?
So first of all, this was a great experience, and I'm very grateful that I was the one coming to the other side of the ocean, and I was very happy. It was such a great experience and such a blessing to be able to come here with people that can support you and can teach you how to do business in here. So I didn't have to learn the hard way, but I had some people explaining me how to get in touch with companies overseas and how to get to work with them.
So we're there for sales as well as our supply network, and you know, one of the biggest markets for taxi is New York. Indigo is the airport-to-city connection system, guys. It's how people will book airport transfers all over the world, and New York is a key market for us. You know, it's essential to be there in New York to visit the guys, Tom, to visit all of the suppliers, right? You really have to be in the room.
So a face-to-face meeting in here is priceless. You've got to be in the same room, you've got to shake their hands, you've got to connect emotionally with them.
That's cool. One of the things that we noticed in New York from a sales perspective was the size of the opportunity, and that means that you have to be more precious with your time, right? You need to have a process to keep you ticking over.
You deal with great numbers, great companies, and you've got to have a process in place, not to let them drive your effort, but to be on top of it.
What's the difference between doing business in Milan and doing business in New York?
Well, I got to be very sharp here because there's one peculiar difference. And in here, everybody says yes. There's no up front. Something that we are very aware of in Europe is to be able to talk to the decision maker. In here, you get to talk to decision makers, but then you got to exceed their expectation. That is the critical point.